If you want to get into crazy yo-yo tricks and don't know where to start, you're in the right place. I'm Hunter and I'm a multiple-time US national and world yo-yo contest finalist, and in today's video, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know to get started yourself. Starting with, why is it important to have a good yo-yo? When you're first getting into yo-yoing, it's important to have a long spinning yo-yo so that way you can get through the tricks a lot easier without the yo-yo dying out on you. And overall will just make the learning process less frustrating. I recommend the Spin Star yo-yo for brand new beginners, as it spins a lot longer than other options and is also quite inexpensive. If you want to support me in what I do and also get yourself a great yo-yo for starting out, just go to the first link in the description and search for the intro pack. It will come with a Spin Star yo-yo as well as 5 extra strings. So now that you have a good yo-yo, let's talk about how to cut the string to the right length. Let the yo-yo fully unwind and rest on the ground. It comes with a pre-tied loop for your finger. Depending on your height, this might not be the right length for the string. So to check, you have the yo-yo on the ground, lift the string, and for beginners, you want the loop right around your belly button. So if the string's too long for your height, I'm going to show you how to cut it. Fold the string over and pinch like this. Now with this loop of strings, you're going to twist it around. Then you pull the loop through to tie a knot. Now that you have your new loop cut to your height, just cut off the extra string, and now you're good to go on the next step. Tying a slip knot. Basically what this does is allow you to resize the string to fit around your finger perfectly. That way there will be no problems with the loop being too big or too small for your finger. So the process is easy. Take the loop, fold it over the string, and then pull that middle string through the loop. When you pull it all the way through, you'll notice this loop can be as big or as small as you want it to be. You're going to put the loop on the middle finger of your dominant hand. Doesn't really matter where, but most yo-yoers prefer on the first knuckle, right around here. One other important thing to note is you want the double string side of the slip knot to be on your dominant side. So if you're right-handed, you want the double loop on the right side. And of course, if you're left-handed, put it on the left side. This will help further prevent the slip knot from flying off your finger. Next up, I'll teach you the proper and easiest way to wind your yo-yo. Start by holding one half, then wrap the string around your index finger, just like this, and into the gap. Then when you wind again, you're not going to wrap around your finger, but just the gap of the yo-yo. Basically, this just prevents a problem that a lot of people have where they keep winding and winding and the yo-yo keeps just wrapping around itself and never fully winding up. Once again, wrap around your finger, around the gap just a few more times, then you can let go of that loop on your finger and keep winding all the way to your hand. Now that it's fully wound, here's how to properly hold your yo-yo. When you wind it up, you want this string going over the top of the yo-yo. Wind it nice and tight up against your hand, then just grip it like this. You'll understand the importance of having the string go over the top when we get to the next part of the video. How to throw a sleeper. The most fundamental thing in yo-yoing. Start by making a muscle but in front of your body. Hold the yo-yo tight, but as you're bringing your arm down, you're going to let go when your arm is parallel to the ground. When you're moving your arm, make sure you also flick your wrist to get extra power in the spin. The more power you have, the easier it will be to get through tricks. Also, always make sure the yo-yo is nice and straight when you throw, because if you throw with the yo-yo even slightly crooked, it's going to stay at that angle when you throw it. One other thing would be to make sure that the yo-yo doesn't go too low, because then it might hit the ground, and obviously you don't want that either. Now for the part that comes after the sleeper, which is called the gravity pull. The easier part, which is really just flicking your wrist to pull it back to your hand. Oftentimes, people tend to overthink this step by trying to pull their arm all the way up, thinking that that's going to help the yo-yo come up faster. But really, all that's required is a slight tug of the wrist. Of course, with the tug of the wrist, make sure you catch the yo-yo. Now for the fun stuff, learning your first real tricks. Here's the introduction to what's called picture tricks, where you don't even need the yo-yo to be spinning. What's great about these tricks is you can learn them really with just the string and don't have to worry about spinning yo-yo at all. So while you're still working on having a really strong sleeper, you can be practicing these tricks at the same time. The first one being maybe the most popular yo-yo trick of all time, rock the baby. Start with your non-throw hand and grab around 1/3 of the way down the string. Then take your throw hand, the hand that's connected to the string, and pinch a little below the halfway point of the string that's left. Now you're going to bring your non-throw hand underneath everything. Make sure to open up this triangle formation with all 5 fingers. That way you have plenty of room to have the yo-yo swing right through. Next trick is the Jamaican flag. Start by putting your thumbs and pinkies together from each hand, just like this. Then with the remaining 3 fingers, you're going to start with your non-throw hand. Grab the string in the same way as rock the baby. Now do the same thing with the 3 fingers from your throw hand. Do it once again with your non-throw hand. All you have to do is take your throw hand pinky, lift up the string, and there you have the trick. And now with just one extra step, you can turn your throw hand downward and form a star. To get you to learn another trick really quick, I'm going to show you walk the dog. All you got to do is throw a sleeper, put the yo-yo on the ground, let the dog walk. Next trick is the Eiffel Tower, which is a little more complicated, but still, I think you should be able to get it pretty quick. Start by taking 4 fingers on your non-throw hand and grab the string just like you did for Rock the Baby and Jamaican Flag. Then lift the string up with your thumb, take your non-throw hand and uncurl your fingers out forward, then turn that whole formation back towards you. That way now there should be a kink in the middle string, which will help form the Eiffel Tower. With your non-throw hand, you're going to pull this string all the way through the loop, then turn your throw hand with your palm up and your fingers out. Just like that, it's starting to look like an Eiffel Tower. All you have to do is put your fingers up against the string. Now what if I told you that all of those tricks you just learned aren't actual yo-yo tricks? Well, that's because you learned them without the yo-yo spinning, but in order for them to count as yo-yo tricks, you gotta do it from a sleeper. So throw the yo-yo, do your Rock the Baby, then bring it back to your hand. Same thing with the Jamaican Flag and the star, just let go of the formation and it'll come back. Same thing with Walk the Dog and Eiffel Tower. I have 2 more easy but cool looking tricks to teach you, but first let's talk about a problem you may be facing after practicing these tricks for a while. String tension. After throwing and doing tricks multiple times, your string might start looking like this, which can cause snags when you're doing tricks. The way to fix this is to take the loop off of your finger, hold the yo-yo, and let go of the string. Then if you pinch right at the top of the string and slide your fingers down, it's gonna get all that string tension out. And as you can see, the string's no longer twisted. So as promised, time to learn another trick. This one's gonna be a little bit different because it's the first trick you've learned where the yo-yo is actually touching the string. So that means you're gonna need to have the yo-yo spinning for this one. Start by throwing your sleeper, take your non-throw hand index finger and put it behind the string, then bring your throw hand down under the yo-yo, and with it right above your hand, you're gonna put the string into the gap, then pull your hands apart to form the elevator. Now I've saved the coolest looking trick for last in this video. This one's called Stop and Go. Start the same way as elevator, but this time bring the string all the way underneath. And once you have the yo-yo on the string, you're gonna tug up. The yo-yo is actually partially wound up right now. So that was the stop, but for the go part of the trick, all you have to do is pull your hands apart and let go of the yo-yo. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, you might also find value in this other video where I show you 6 yo-yo tricks every beginner should learn.